An interesting question gets asked regularly. Why are my members cancelling? Well, there's a number of different reasons, but you have to kind of break it into easy to understand chunks that you can actually start to manage in the way that you want to help your customers move forward. So quick fixes, I suppose, is the first thing to think about. If you're thinking about why are they leaving, try and understand why. So talking to your customers is really important. Understanding maybe the possible initial red flags. Why is someone not being seen for a while? Do your systems currently tell you how often a customer attends? If you start to be able to identify that, it's the first quick move to getting an understanding of what might be going wrong. So identifying those members that are not coming in so often. But when they do come in, check in with them. Really, really important, because being made to feel welcome, like you would welcome someone into your home, you might make them a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, but the reality is welcoming someone into your club is really important. And having that chat with that customer, especially if you haven't seen them for a while, makes a huge difference. So that's your initial kind of quick fixes, because unless you start to have an engagement with that customer, you most probably don't know why there's a possibility they might leave. And when I'm talking about a quick fixes, it's not necessarily this customer who's leaving, because you actually don't know at this point if this customer is thinking about leaving. They may be thinking about leaving, and actually the visit they've had today that you're actually having a chat with them about may have been their last visit before they decide they're thinking about going and not coming back. But they thought, I'll pay this month, maybe I'll just pop back and just confirm in my head, was this a good decision to pay for next month? So going forward, and stopping the rot, sounds like a bad word, but stopping the rot, stopping people leaving is absolutely key. Now, so many people talk about induction programs. Now, you just bought a product, you get instructions about how to use that product. When you go to a gym, you should get instructions about how to use the equipment, and you should have someone dialing in with that person to check they're still using the equipment correctly. Are they getting the benefits of using the equipment correctly? Is their program working? Do they have a program even? Think about a gym that has personal trainers in, and there's a huge amount of value in a personal trainer. But if that personal trainer or member of staff or coach is there to keep that customer for the long term, try and find out what is that customer's original reason for joining. And everyone's reason is different. Some people could be losing weight, some people could be getting ready to do a triathlon or a marathon. Because if you're helping someone achieve their goals, and they've achieved their goals and they go on to achieve further goals, guess what? They carry on paying you. It's not a difficult thing to work out, but sometimes taking a step back to look at that journey, instructions for a product you purchased is really important. That's exactly what your customers purchased from you. They purchased a membership to achieve their goals. Once they've done that, it's now a case of, well, I've achieved that goal. How often are you going to dial in with that member to actually find out, are we still on track? Are we still working towards those goals? What's next? Is it a case of just maintaining how you feel? And it could well be as simple as that, but the long-term position is all about having a process. So we talk about retention as a big buzzword, and it is a massive buzzword in this industry. And the more you retain, the less work you have to do to attract new customers. Worry more about if someone's left and you don't know why. That's far more of a concern to you as a business owner of your gym as, why did that person leave? And you don't know why they left. You obviously got a hole because you've lost that 35, 40, 50 pound a month, whatever you might be charging that customer at the time. Financially, there's a loss, that's for sure. But in reality, the bigger loss actually is really not knowing why they left. And that's really important. So the first 90 days of any member's journey is really important. We've written a blog. There's a nice little post. It's in the link on this video.